I want to make a clock. Like a really, really fast clock. So I teamed up with 3 other redstoners and we made this thing over here. This is the super clock, the fastest stopwatch in Minecraft. Now in this video I'm going to tell you that process and how we made this thing and how it works. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you really like it then subscribe, because YouTube is telling me that's only a small percent of you are subscribed. Look at these funny purple bars. You want to be part of the subscribed gang because it's cooler. So obviously the first step into making any great redstone contraption is to steal stuff. So first we go to Google and see if anyone else has made a stopwatch quite like ours, and if they have, then that's the end of the video and we just don't make a stopwatch. But luckily you're watching this video, so this one is the best one out of all of the ones now on YouTube. Now you may be thinking, Crafty Masterman, how could you say that yours is the best stopwatch on YouTube? Well, most redstone stopwatches on YouTube today have 2 major flaws, one being the accuracy and 2 being the minimum input delay. As an example, we'll use the stopwatch from the Redstone Handbook since a lot of you may be familiar with it. So this stopwatch can record up to 1/10 of a second, but its minimum input delay is only 0.6 seconds, which is exactly this long. Yeah, it's pretty slow. So to make the truly most accurate stopwatch in Minecraft, not only did we have to make it double the speed of that stopwatch that you just saw, it has to be able to accept any pulse length. It has to accept 2 game ticks, 3 game ticks, 4 game ticks, and time it properly. And let's just say, it was pretty hard. Now we can already cheat with the last digit, which measures the 20ths of a second. Because we're measuring in those increments, that means it'll only ever be a 0 or a 5. It'll be a 5 if it's an odd game tick pulse, and a 0 if it's an even game tick pulse. And after way too many attempts, Purple and I finally came up with this circuit that you see behind me. Purple, how long did that blue circuit take in the stopwatch?
Way too long.
So before I explain how this works, I'm just going to do a little brief demo of what this does. So over here we have a 6 game tick pulse, or an even game tick pulse, and this thing over here is a 5 game tick pulse, or an odd game tick pulse. So if we turn on the even, let's see what happens. As you can see, our lamp blinks and then turns off. But if we turn on the odd game tick pulse, as you can see, the lamp stays on. And if we just do it again, look, it'll stay on. And then if we do even, the lamp will turn off. So the way it works is first we start off with 2 comparator clocks like this, and then we activate them at a 1 game tick offset with this red circuit. So as you can see, we have a repeater going into one clock and a piston with a redstone block going into the second one. And then we have repeaters locking the outputs of the comparator clocks. And finally, we have this XOR gate here, which controls the logic, the outputs of the clocks, and either gives a on or off signal at the end, or a 0 and a 5. But of course, not everything is perfect, and this circuit had 2 edge cases which it didn't work with. The first one being 1 redstone tick pulses do not work in this thing at all, and the other one being 3 game tick pulses, which as you can see, it should turn on the lamp, but it does not. So you're probably thinking, oh Crafty Masterman, why don't you just fix the circuit? And to that we responded, how about we make a completely separate circuit that only specifically filters out 3 game tick pulses to correct the digit. But are we even close to done? No, we've only gone through 1 number, and guess what? There's like 4 more. So how about we look at the 10th place and see how that number works? Now, unlike the last digit, we can't cheat with the 10th place. We have to count every single 10th of a second. Luckily, that's already been done in like every single stopwatch ever, so we just have to modify it to work for what we want to do. So like the previous circuit, I'll just do a brief demo and then we'll do an explanation. So here we have the input and the reset. So if I just input a 1 tick into this, as you can see, we will get a 1 over here. If I do a 2 tick, 1 plus 2 is 3, and there we go, this number over here will be a 3. And then, you know, if I reset it, it will all reset, and then we get a 0 again. And if I push the button, that's like 1 second, so this is gonna go all the way through, and then go back to 0. So the way this works is actually pretty simple. So we have like this 10-step clock over here, with 10 different repeaters and 10 different lamps. As you can see, they all power in a loop. And I'm inputting different input lengths, and the lamps keep going into different places. Now the way this works is because they're separated each by 1 redstone tick, you can just input a 1 tick and only skip 1 place, 2 ticks is 2 places, 3 ticks is 3 places, and you get the idea. And to reset it, we just remove this torch over here that lets the repeaters go in an infinite loop. And then over here, we just stop the clock for 10 ticks or longer, and that will turn the clock off. And finally, we're done all the hard, precise redstone timing stuff, and we can go on on to the second numbers, which are probably the easiest ones out of this entire stopwatch. In fact, it's so simple, I'm going to explain it while I demonstrate it. So here we have 0 seconds on our seconds counter over here, and whenever I push this button, it will add 1 like that. So let's just carry it over to 10. So that's 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9, so this should be 9 if I did it correctly, there we go. And I push it one more time, and it will carry over to the next digit, and this will become a 0. And you know, we can keep going, we can do 11, and we can do this as long as we want, and then to reset it, we just push this, and they both turn to 0. So if we go look at the redstone at the back, as you can see, this thing is actually not too bad. It's actually 2 of the exact same thing if you just pay attention. So let's just see how it works. So this is our green button. This will basically activate in the stopwatch whenever our 1/10 of a second reaches the end, so that's 1 second obviously. It goes into here, and this is our signal strength counter, and this piece of redstone over here is at a signal strength of 3, and you can tell because over here we have a 3 on the display. This signal strength then goes into our red coder, so as you can see, this piston is extended because this torch is extended, and this will basically take the signal strength and turn it into a single output. So that is what this pink circuit does, and then that will lift the piston, and then everything on that column will be powered by the redstone blocks, and then you know you use repeaters to block out that segment. So if I just don't want this segment, I just put a repeater, and you can just do that. And finally, we have the carry system, which I'm going to demonstrate by showing 19 and then carrying it to 20. First, how it works is we have this comparator over here and this comparator subtracting from it. So when this signal strength reaches a certain point, the signal will go through this repeater in this torch, and this will turn on this torch, powering this piece of redstone dust, resetting this counter, so making it 0. There is also an observer behind that torch, so it will be updated, go through this 3-tick repeater, and then go through here and activate the second counter, and then this will become 20. So let's just get out of this redstone and just demonstrate that right here. We do this, that's going to turn to 0, and that's going to turn to 2, and we get 20. If you made it this far, then good, that means you're actually going to see the stopwatch working. So what better way to test a stopwatch than to time yourself? So here I have this parkour thing that I threw together in 5 seconds, and we're gonna time myself doing it and hope that I don't embarrass myself. And just ignore that happened and I made that jump. Yeah, look at me, I'm so good at parkour. And boom, we stopped, and our time is 9.25 seconds. Wow, we're so good at parkour. I did this whole thing in 9 seconds. And obviously, we can't forget the best way to use a stopwatch in Minecraft, to speedrun. And because I'm not a speedrunner, I made up a random category called start a raid and get back to the stopwatch as fast as possible. So as soon as we flick the lever, the timer starts, and we just book it. So first, we need wood. So we punch tree. Now we do epic gravity strats. Look at this. Oh, look at me go, look at me go. I'm crafting so fast. I am such a fast crafter. And then we mine this random piece of wood for no reason whatsoever. So there is our pillager outpost. So we need to kill people, I guess. And now we're headed for the villager outpost, and I assume there's gonna be a patrol captain person with the banner. So let's see what I can do with my sword. He's really close, so we can lure him. We're gonna lure him. Hey, yeah. There we go. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Ow. Ow. That also hurt me. Oh, okay, we got it. We got Bad Omen. Yes, okay, we got Bad Omen, and now we run to the village, start the raid. Oh god, and book it. Oh, there's the village over there. We're gonna be raiding it. And I have my funny banner. I'm gonna raid it with the funny banner. Come on, start the raid already. I'm running. Run! Oh god, I need to eat something. I have nothing to eat. What am I gonna eat? I have no food. Fish! Oh my god, let's go. Clutch. Clutch fish, clutch fish. Other fish, other fish, other fish. Give me the fish, give me the fish. I have to speedrun back to the clock. Let's go, let's go. Back to the clock and flick that lever. Why did I have to go behind it? Guys, look at me go. I am so good at Minecraft. Look at the quiplas in the water. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Quickly, quickly. Up the steps, up the steps. Go, 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 go. Ah! Stop. What's our time for village raid any percent? 3 minutes, 41 seconds, and 0.5 milliseconds. Let's go!